Hello, everyone. Good morning. Amazing morning, world. Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to all our beautiful people in our community, Wealth Secret Mindset Mentorship. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back and live again on today's morning class of Wealth Secret Mindset Mentorship. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no doubt one of the biggest, fastest growing mentorship class that we have in Africa, and is the impact of this class all across this continent is fast springing up. We check the progress, we check the update on our Facebook, on the viewers, the number of people that are watching and listening and getting value every single day. And we're also getting some feedback on the impact or on the effect of these classes in the lives of this individual. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been completely mind-blowing. I'm super excited. I'm your regular host on this amazing program, Dr. Afolabi Olatunji. Ladies and gentlemen, it's another beautiful day, Wednesday 20th of April 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. All right. So yesterday we begin with our teaching series, all right, because it has been all through the holiday period, and we have all this Easter break. A lot of people celebrating Easter. We said, think differently to have a better life. Change for yourself. Think differently, change your life. Basically, that is what the teaching series is all about. So we are getting into it. We started by yesterday, dissecting different steps or different tips on how you can have a different thinking. And then we're able to arrive at saying that our thought determines everything. So, and we also are able to evaluate 5 thought system, which we need to look at. The last of it, we said, those that think differently are the ones at the top. So, and today we're going to be going into step number 5 on the way that the thought works. All right. We gave you 4 yesterday. So today we are continuing on the step number 5. But before we go into it, I want you to have this phrase written down that says, all change begins with your thinking. All change begins with your thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, for you to have things come into your life, for you to start looking at things happening for you differently, you have to start thinking differently, all right? You have to start thinking differently. You can't think the same way you were sometimes last year or sometimes some couple of years ago or before COVID, before the heat of COVID, which is the pandemic. And you said the same way you do business is the same way business is going to be run this particular year or this particular post-COVID season. I can tell you, you are completely looking or going back. Seeing that you're going to be losing out big time. That's what I'm trying to say there. All right. So that during the part of COVID, a lot of businesses have been hit. People thinking that life is just about the same way it has always been. But COVID taught us a lesson. Now, COVID has changed the way we think, the way we do business, the way we operate, the way we do our daily lifestyle, even in families. Right now, you can see that there is something that has changed, which is the way we think. So it means that you have to prepare yourself, all right, for the unseen. You have to prepare yourself. You have to have a different mindset. You have to build a resilience mindset that is going to help you to scale ahead of all these troubles of life. And it's very, very important. So all changes begins with our thinking. So what are the things you're changing right now? If all changes begins with your thinking, you have to start changing the thing that you don't want for yourself. So it starts by having a different kind of thinking. All right. So very, very important. So I gave you thought number 5 as we conclude on the 5 thought system that we dissected yesterday. So the number 5 said we can change the way we think. All right. Humans can change the way we think. You and I can change the way we think. We can change because that change, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna come as a result of the way we feel. The way we feel. So you also have the opportunity to choose what you think upon. Every humans have the opportunity to reflect and choose what you think upon. So if you choose to think, and this is why I put it in a simple phrase. I said, if you think, if your thinking is based around, the right thing, guess what happened to you? You will achieve success, or you will be successful in that particular thing. Now, you can also coin it through this way. If you think success, you will become successful. Now, if your thinking is based around doing the wrong thing, guess what happened? You will be failing, and you will not achieve success in the things you're doing. So it means that if you think failure, you will become failure. So it means that our thinking is a major prerequisite. It's a major catalyst to how our life turns out around to be. And guess what can happen? You need to start thinking differently. You need to start looking at life differently. You need to start, you need to become a different personality by the way you think. Very, very important. So I can tell you some of the number one, in fact, this is the major thing, right? The major thing that can help you to have that change the way you think is you have to work on your feelings. I was having a chat with one of my partners yesterday, and we were talking, and when we were talking in the night, and I was trying to let her understand on how to think big picture, not to think limitation. Remember, we talked about limitation and creativity on the way, the two kinds of people that we have. Some that think limitation, they put limits around themselves, they put limits around their life. That limitation has caused them to where they are. They have feelings. And I can tell you something, one of the greatest lessons I learned in the year 2021 is not to allow emotions to play over me, right? Not to allow emotions to play over the things I do. So emotions also comes as a result of the feelings you have. Now, I'll tell you something, guys. Feelings, we need to control the way we feel. We need to control the way we look at things. You see, the number one thing, or the number one feelings, or to assume that feeling is number one, I'll tell you something. You have to look at it because it is going to evolve as a result of personal changes. So I put it this way: feelings keeps us from making personal changes in our lives. It keeps us, because we are not going to see that every challenge is an opportunity for a change. So therefore, you are attaching some sort of feelings into some things that you are involved in. Maybe you started a business, for example. You are being emotionally attached. There's nothing wrong in being emotionally attached, but guess what? Sometimes that emotion is as a result of the way you feel. All right? And that's why Shakespeare says something. He said, in a short phrase that he said, if there's anything good or bad, he said it is thinking that has made it so. Ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine and ponder over that for a few seconds and look at it? If there's anything good or bad, it is thinking that has made it so. It means that if anything that is working in your life, in terms of you looking at yourself, maybe you achieving success. Like I said, success have different relative meanings. Maybe you're a school, maybe you're a student, you become number one, or you just pass your grades and you're the number one in your class or something. That is successful. Maybe you're doing business and you just make a breakthrough. It's success. Maybe in your own place of work and you just been promoted, elevated. It is success. Whatever thing you're doing, maybe you're down, you're sick within your system, and you just scale through some major surgery. That is a very successful surgery. So guess what? I'll tell you something. It is your thinking that made it so. So if you know that feelings keeps us from making personal changes in our life, which is the number one thing you need to work on. So you need to now start working on your feelings, ladies and gentlemen. Don't allow your feelings to cost you. Don't allow your feelings to keep you down. Don't allow, in fact, my wife can tell you this. I was having some sort of feelings in my, in one of my business lately. And I look at myself, I said, Afolabi, would you allow your feelings about this thing? Now you've put in everything. You went into it because you believe in this, because this is what you practice, this is what you teach, this is what you have learned over the years. You have trained people in this, and you find a system that didn't work for you, and somehow it makes you to feeling like, wow, what can you even trust after all? Now, guess what? That is my feeling playing around me. But it's good for me to have a reflection over it. Now, as I'm having a reflection, I look at it that, see, reality of life is setting in. Reality of life is out there for me. So what is the reality of life? Bills, things, everything, income, everything. So I started looking at it. What are the things that I didn't do well in my prior business or in that particular business? Or what are the things that I wasn't able to put well? So, and I said, okay, what if I look at something else? What if I found something else? What if I'm able to correct some of these mistakes, some of these findings I'm not able to look at in the other business, and I'm able to correct it in this other business? Can I still carry on? Can I still make an amend? Can I still ensure that some of my followers, some of the people that I'm privileged to lead, can I still change that? And guess what? These were the things that I'm able to put in. So I didn't allow my feelings to keep me down. I didn't allow my feelings to keep me down, because guess what? Down, like I said yesterday, is where failures are. If you try to look at the top, that is where you have more successful people. So look at something, because there is more room, there is more opportunities at the top. People at the top, relate with each other. People at the top, they think, they do businesses with each other. So I want to keep going. I want to keep on moving. I want to keep on stepping. I want to keep on doing what is right for me, and to ensure that in as much as I add my feelings, emotion attached to that, I'm able to change some of the mistakes that I thought that I have in that one, then put it into my current thing that I found myself. So what am I saying, ladies and gentlemen? Our feelings can keep us from making personal changes in our life. All right. So you need to work on your feelings. You need to work on what you are doing at the moment. Work on yourself. All right. Very, very important. So to me, or this morning, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you, maybe I'll just tell you like a major promises and a minor promises. Actually, I got this extract from one of my greatest mentors, John C. Maxwell. I listened to him, and I'm actually talking from some of the things I've learned from that man. So far, so good, in terms of how to change your life through your thinking. All right. So very, very important. So he talks about a major promises and a minor promises. So I'll give you one. You can control your thoughts, which is like a major promises. You can control your thoughts. Every humans can control your thoughts. You can control the way you think. Some people say, man, I just allow my emotion. I just went out of my, I did some things. I don't even know how I did it. Let me tell you something. It's because you have believed that you can control your thought. If you know me very well, everything that I do, I still put something at the back of my mind that I am in control of my mind, because your mind should act like a navigational system. Don't let your mind, your emotions play over you. Don't allow your feelings to control your life. Let me tell you something. You see, make sure that you understand the way the mind works, your feelings. If your mind is like a navigation system, then you need to give control. You need to be the one to give a voice command. You need to tell your mind, this is where I want you to be. This is where I don't want you to be. All right. So you give a thought. Very, very important. So it's a major thing you need to look for. All right. Because you can control your thoughts. You can control your thinking. It's very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope you get that. Now, the minor one, all right, means that my feelings comes from my thought. You see, you can control your thought, which is a major, and the minor means your feelings comes from my thoughts. So if your feelings comes from your thoughts, you see what I mean now? If your feelings come from your thought, it means that feelings are brought out from what you think. you see that's the theory which I want us to get. Feelings are brought out from what we think. So you see, that is a minor thing. So if your feelings are brought up from what you think, and means that your feelings come from your thought, ladies and gentlemen, you can see, why not just be in control of everything? Why not just be in control of that thing that has kept you impoverished all this while? Why not just be in control of your life? Why not just be in control of the better things that you want working for you, and tell yourself, I can achieve it. And tell yourself, I can do it no matter what. And tell yourself, I would do it not, regardless of what anybody say about me, or how people view me, or how people look at me, or what people say about me. I can actually achieve it. Is there something that you have found working for you lately, ladies and gentlemen? I'll tell you something. Don't quit. If you believe in it, all right, keep at it. Believe. Think differently. Look at how you can spice it up. Look at you going out or getting out from that trap of having feelings, emotions to play you down, and then get out of it. That could be a trap. Make sure you are in control of the way you think. Make sure you are in control of your thoughts. Remember, if there's anything good or bad, it is thinking that has made it so. That's what Shakespeare said. So if there's anything working for you, if there's any achievement you have achieved in this year 2021 or 2022, and let me tell you something, it is the way you are thinking that has made you to have achieved it. So if there's anything that has cost you down, that has kept you impoverished, that, I'm not saying that we don't have emotion. Of course, we are humans. But let me tell you, don't let that keep you down. Don't let that hold you down from achieving greatness, from seeing beyond what the potential, or seeing beyond where you are and moving into your greatest potential ever. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start changing it. No, to wrap it up this morning, I want to give you a few tips. I call it, and I got it from John C. Maxwell, Leadership Academy. It talks about the 7 levels of change. Now, I want you to write this thing down as we conclude on today's class. I'm going to rush over it real quick, because tomorrow we're going to have Coach Dan come into the program to give us his own version of, think differently, change your life, all right? So, which is the teaching series we have. So to conclude this morning, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to grab your notes and your pen and write down these 7 changes, 7 life changes that could help you. Change number 1, I say, think big picture. So when I mean think big picture, it says you have to see beyond, yourself. You have to see beyond. I love this powerful phrase by one of my greatest mentors in the industry of direct sale, Altenberg. He said, you don't get what you want in life, you only get what you picture. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you picture for yourself? What is the picture? What I mean is not just seeing right now, I mean seeing beyond where you are. What are the things you put ahead of yourself? I mean, the only way that could happen for you is to have some certain goals, long-term goal. We call it long-range goal. Look at what you want. Look at the big picture. I started a business lately, and I told myself, Afolabi, what if I have a commitment of 1 year commitment into what I'm doing, not looking at right or left, and then putting a focus? I already have a big picture of what I want for myself. I want my name to be somewhere in the top income earner in that particular industry. And I told myself, that is what I want. I see it, ladies and gentlemen, see beyond what you are, or what level you are right now. The second one is that you think big picture. All right, you need to think your focus. All right, you need to think your focus. What do I mean by think your focus? I mean you have to remove distractions along your way. You have to remove everything that might look like distraction. Distractions are there. In fact, lately, I talked about this last week. Distractions could be those things. They said, if you don't know where you're going, everywhere will look like it. Ladies and gentlemen, remove distraction. Have a focus for your life. Have where you are going. All right, very, very key. The third part is think creativity. When I mean think creativity, I mean, you have to, remove limitation around you, right? Remove limitation. Think possibility. Think creativity means that you have to be creative. You have to think, be innovative in your ideas, in your thinking. Very, very important. Now, let's go to number 4, is that think realistically. What do I mean? It's a foundation for a change. You have to be realistic in your thinking. Don't set things that is beyond you. You have to think realistically. Now, number 5, ladies and gentlemen, this morning, I'm just so fired up. Number 5 is think strategically. Why do you have to think strategically? It means that you have to have a plan for yourself. Have a plan. I talk about a plan. Your plan is your goal. Short-term goal, long-term goal. What plan? How do you want to get there? Even if you remove distraction, how do you plan to get to your destination? Success is not a destination, by the way, but where you have for yourself, which is your long-range goal, how do you plan? So you have to put paper and pen in ensuring that you have this thing written down. Number 6, ladies and gentlemen, take possibilities. Everyone can achieve. You see, I can tell you, I can achieve or I can do everything through Christ who strengthens me. It's in the Bible, ladies and gentlemen. Think possibilities to remove or to do the best, receive the best from the things that you are doing. To me, I told myself, Afolabi, I'm going to be at the top of the top in my new business. And I told myself, no matter what, I can actually achieve it. Ladies and gentlemen, what are you thinking about? I give you point number 7, which is think reflectively. Think reflectively. Reflect on the things that you are doing. It means that that comes with a true respect, all right? That comes with a true respect. Very, very important. So you have to reflect on your life. You have to reflect on the things that you are doing. Reflect on, things, and then look at it and say, I can actually achieve it. So I just give you the 7 levels of change, according to John C. Maxwell. When I learned that from him, that has really helped me. And I hope this should also help you. Now, in conclusion this morning, because we are just about 2 minutes away from our normal regular time, is that the only number 1 common element of change is thinking. I want you to know that now. The only number 1 element of change is thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, let's change the thinking. If we change the way we think, everything will change for us. All right, take care. God bless you. And I believe this is a beautiful morning, and I hope you got value for this short period of time we just reached out to you this morning. We're going to be evaluating this and looking at reviewing some of the things we've taught since the beginning of the week, which is think possibility, change your life. All right, very, very importantly. We're going to have that reflection and review of that on Friday. I haven't gone through Coach Dan teaching tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been another beautiful day. We hope to see you tomorrow. You see, we're giving a value. It takes time to prepare. It takes time to do all this. It takes time to sit down and reflect on some of these teachings that we paid money, a lot of money, to learn, time, energy, everything to put it together just to also be a blessing to somebody out there like you and I, all right? All right, make sure you love, you subscribe, and like and share our YouTube page to your friends and family partner out there. Let them also like and subscribe, and let us help us grow our community. Our goal is to be able to reach out to over 5,000 lives out there worldwide. So, and we believe that that is one way we can actually impact our society, impact our community, and impact our country, impact our continent as a whole. We hope you're going to be part of that, be part of that change, be part of this great movement here at Wealth Secrets Mindset Mentorship class. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a class that runs Monday through Friday every single week in, week out. And that's why we're balling every time. It's a regular host again. I want to call it a short today. We tell you, or we encourage you to go out there. Don't just count the day, but always make the day count. So tomorrow we'll see you same time, same link on the same program, Wealth Secrets Mindset Mentorship class. Take care. God bless you, and make the most of the day. Bye for now.